didn't know how much time had passed. I was out cold and there was nothing I could do about it. Instead, as my body was useless, I brought my thoughts to the questions that terrified me. Who are you? Where are you? What are you? It was an introspective moment. I thought perhaps I wouldn't wake up until all those had been answered, and so I thought, long and hard. Let's assume the questions are asked because the answers I believe in are wrong. These questions are only meant for the person who found the code to unlock the boxes as well. In short, they are very much made for me, and only me. I'll start determining who I am then. All those questions are difficult to think about, so I'll just pick the one I found first. My name is Pandora. That's what I figured, but it seems it's wrong. I can't remember another one. So far I've heard many names in my time here. Alex, Etine, Nico, Annie, Uriel, Etine, Mark, Marco, Lucille, Anne, and Sally. In total, those are 11 names. The two that don't belong are Etine and Marco because they're the real names of the two behind all this. However, two others that don't belong here are Anne and Sally. They're only the names of the imagined people on the Sally-Ann test, nothing more, nothing less. Alex is Ira, Etine is Tertia, Nico is Luxuria, Anne is Serbia, Uriel and Mark are supposedly Avrita and Nvidia, even though Etine and Marco correspond to them, and Lucille is Gula. And Core is unknown, and we have no name for Pandora. And we assume Uriel and Mark are Avrita and Nvidia's true names because they came out of those apparitions, which definitely couldn't lie compared to a real person. Apparitions. Core's last name was Penmill. This means we have Etine and Mark on extra, along with Anne and Sally, but I don't believe those two names are really significant as I already established. Anne Penmill, Sally Penmill? That is stupid. I can't be named Marco. I definitely am not a man either. Kind of think of it, Etine's full name was Etine Eco Film. Her last name sounds more like a movie company. It's almost as if her name was an anagram. Have I erred all this time? I can't make heads or tails of the anagram, though. I'm generally extremely good at this, but I just can't compute it right now. What about you? Do you have an idea? It's okay if you don't. I wouldn't blame you. I'm this close to remembering something. I suppose that question will have to be answered later. I don't know why Uriel said her name was Etine. I don't either. What? Was it to guide me? This entire line of thinking feels so absurd. That whole talk... I forget the first name. Something avionics, that sign that NVIDIA supposedly meant. Then a staircase that Cora saw. If we chose anagram, that could, upped our trust with her. So, Uriel is actually Etine's real name, but then she used Etine Ecofilm as an anagram for us to solve. This entire line of thinking feels so absurd. Okay, let's get to the second question. I'm in the Hyacinth Delorme Polyvalent High School? No, that's wrong too. There's a question because it's wrong. Where am I? I think I can't answer that one either. No matter how much I think about it, nothing comes to mind. We could be anywhere. But why would someone go to such lengths to replicate the school? Replicating... the rooms being replicated belong to most of the participants. If they could replicate those rooms, then replicating the whole school wasn't too difficult. They only needed to replicate parts of it anyway. We don't have access to wings B, C, or D, which supposedly are just destroyed from the aerial bombs. Or arsenal bombs. And then there's the incomplete crossroads and Sacred Room, which I don't think was part of the school. At least we can conclude that we're not in the Hyacinth Delorme Polyvalent High School. Polyvalent, Jesus. I know I'm going in circles. I want to avoid the final question. I want to avoid it because my current assumption is that everything I believed was wrong. I'm not Pandora. It's a code name. even though it's the only name I can realistically recognize myself as. I'm not in the Hyacinth DeLorme Polyvalent High School. And I'm not human. If I'm not a human, then what am I? I can't be an alien. But an alien sounds so cool. I know English. I feel like a human. So, robot? I mean, there's an AI, so why not robot? I can talk, I can think, I can deduce, I can imagine. I can't dream. I'm supposedly passed out right now, but I'm conscious. Having psychic powers like this, the horse really theorizes is most likely non-array of abilities I do have. So basically only human people are psychic, technically. Well, I guess in this whole thing. We're just watching along. Oh, wait. Is it almost like with when we transferred over to like NVIDIA to go with like luxurious deduction room? Like we're slowly like feeding information with to him with the rooms, the deduction rooms. We were actually the AI me in a human form. So this whole my emptiness thing is actually building up a giant corporation with like working with the whole psychic powers thing. That seems wholly unscientific. Then am I a robot? A clone? A replicated person? That seems the last possible choice. It's outrageous to think about. It makes me feel cold and empty. Empty, yes, but it's probably the truth. Empty, yes. We're Sally then. I'm gonna assume that's her name. If we're going by last names, then I'm if we have anything to do with the last name Penmill, then Sally Penmill and Anne Penmill, which I doubt were sisters, but you know. It's probably the truth. It's a robot or a clone or both. Once again, that thought is fastidious, but inside of me, I know it to be true. I'm heavy and overly strong, like a machine. I'm Pandora, but not the Pandora from my emptiness. I'm not in the Hyacinth DeLorme Polyvalent High School. I'm a robot, a construct, replicant, not a human. But wait, if I'm a replicated entity, then what? Oh, hi! Suddenly a girl appeared. A girl. Hi, me. It was me. Hi, me. That's you. Looking into a mirror. That's right. I am me. You are you. My full designation is AIMELY. Amelia? Again, an acronym. LY means love you. Love is the French word ami, or AI-me. AI, which is the Japanese word for love. To love me and love you. It's pretty gosh dang fucking convenient that I played through AI the Somnium Files before this. And learned the whole AI pun there. That's awfully convenient. I'm glad you can arrive to those conclusions yourself with nothing but 3 questions. You surpassed everything I thought. And there's no need to fret, me. I'm me, but you're actually me too. Actually, you're the result of the equation me equals mc squared. E equals mc squared. It is the equation of mass energy equivalence. It's also one meaning that you, codename Pandora, are the main Cephalosif number 2, or the main character. Cephalosif. Ceph Halo Ceph self number 2. So MC stands for main character here times 2. So we have real life version and AI version here. Nice. So what does the E mean? Equivalence? Mass energy. In this instance, me stands for machine extension, or an ex machina is official designation, which is a construct for Deus to inhabit. Oh, Deus ex machina. I've only heard that in passing, like basically in terms of storytelling. Deus Ex Machina, from what I know, but not know extensively, is basically an instance of storytelling where basically for no gosh dang reason, like it's not explained, wasn't foreshadowed or set up beforehand, but just suddenly like, I guess the best way to explain this is just I don't know if you really care about spoilers for like a very old horror movie, but the best thing I can think of absolutely is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4: The Next Generation. By that, like, there's a giant plane that comes. It's never mentioned at all. Doesn't show any airports. Doesn't show anyone flying a plane, having a license or anything like that. Anything mentioned the avionics. And I see the coincidence there choosing that example. God fucking damn it. And the whole it's a stereotypical horror movie where just going along the whole thing. And by the end of it, the main villain is a plane. They're just running away on a dirt road, and a plane just suddenly for no reason comes out of gosh dang who knows where, just starts running along like close to the ground of the dirt road and smacks the main villain of the movie dead and leaves and never seen again. Never seen again, never seen before the movie started, never seen a plot and everything else. I can't think of any other better way for a Deus Ex Machina in a story. It's the only time I've ever seen one happen. And also, I love that movie because it's absolutely terrible, and it's a good type of terrible. I love it too much. Me stands for Machine Extension. Ex Machina as official designation, which is a construct for Deus to inhabit. Deus is a god, I assume. You're a Deus Ex Machina, literally. Or maybe you could do like, what was it? In Virtue's Last Reward, there was this whole idea, what was a non-canon ending, which I don't think it's like too shameful to spoil here since this game is already heavily inspired by that series. There's a whole thing where I'm technically like we're playing through as Kyle Climb, the clone of the main character, but we realize that we're actually not the clone's voice speaking. It's technically us, the audience, speaking to the characters. And the characters are not going to tell us what happened in the sequel, because if we don't, then who knows what happens? Because we have no reason to actually help. I wonder if they're exploring that here. It's actually really a shame that realizing that was non-canon, the fact that it was used so shameless, like not even used that much. And the third game, all it was relegated to was hack mind, Delta, go! Just look at someone and hack their mind to do something unspeakable. Well, I guess they can equate to us too, but that seems a bit cheap. I don't know who the main Cellophilus number 1 is supposed to be. Our creator left that hidden. But I know you're not the last one, since there are over a dozen planned Ex Machinas. Our creator? And you're me? What's this stuff about machines? I'm not directly you. I'm still separate. In that instance, we are a bit like twins. Yay. So basically, I was thinking in my head exactly that we were actually the white-haired avatar the whole time, like underneath the blue panda helmet. White and black. Pandas. Because everything's white, like black and white in this world, right? No, it's not. It's not. It's all gray. However, I don't have my body anymore. Oh yeah, but still, if you think everything is black and white, then I feel so sorry for you. And I know it sounds harsh, but Jesus, everything is not good and evil. It's not. It's literally not. However, I don't have my body anymore. See, my body, or my previous self's body, was shut down by Lucille and Nico. Yeah. I'm the one who was beheaded in most of your attempts through this. However, that body will now be recycled and used for another purpose, since the proper Ex Machina designated for use in Project DeForge. Project DeForge is actually just the beta name for the third game. Discord knowledge, that's another reason why you should join. The plugins, oh yay. As for how you can connect with everyone to get their life story, or tiny bits of them, you built trust with them, didn't you? Do we have trust with everyone? No, not you? Okay, screw you. We're leaving you out as a pity party. No pepperoni pizza for you. What does that have to do with anything, though? It's a weird thing to build trust with when you're just manipulating people. Trust is an acronym. I was wondering why. It stands for television relay using small terminals. Okay. Everyone's helmets contain their information in the form of a code. When you build trust, the signal to give you that information could be caught by your helmet. So you scanned everyone's personalities from their heads and put them as a code in a person's helmet, which we could hack and get those codes. Did this signal the person who made these special helmets was a guy? So, also it's lightning as hell outside. So, this only happened when it was 99% compatible, not 100%, so there's always a degree of interference, and only when the helmet shut down. So, when they died. This is insane. And last but not least, that makes sense. I was just figuring out mechanics to go along, and that makes sense. You, like me, are an AI. Wait, we're love? We're love itself? Cupid? No. We are constructs fabricated by our creators, the MTS. Wow, I didn't believe our hearts were so empty to make these S's. We are the memories. We are memories. And you leave so many S's behind everywhere across the world? Okay. Me stands for ourselves. Mori means death. In Latin, and ES stands for MTS. Wait, what? ME stands for ourselves. Mori stands for death, and Latin and ES stands for MTS. So ME stands for Mori and MTS? I don't follow that. Thus, memories. Puns. So what's the Ori part? The body you have doesn't really exist either. It's a construct. Prototype. Even if you lose it, you still stay still conscious. Why is that? That's because I'm not my body? Congratulations! Let me switch over to the video real quickly. You are in fact not your body. There's a whole, like, oh gosh. All this mythology stuff is like your ka, ame, soul. So like your mind, body, and soul. So we don't have a soul. We're not part of our body since that's basically we just removable, so we're just a mind. A hive mind? Not yet at least, but it will come later, don't worry. I doubt robots have a soul. Well, it's technically robophobic now I think about it. Everything is terrible, everything's offensive. Although it may not be you, but another you. Yes, I'm following along with everything. Right now, you are the helmets. I felt sick. That was most likely just a program reaction, though, because I didn't have a body right now. I was not functioning. All I had was my mind, not my soul. I wonder how the soul, like, technically, like, the mind is, like, basically our thoughts, just memories and that, and, like, our body just the thing we moved in this corporeal plane. What does soul move to? What does soul, like, go with? Like, just a combination of the two? How do I put that? Chicken soup for the soul! Myself. Yet, I still felt cold, sick, and unwell. Oh, there's no need to fret me. I was the helmets. All this time, I was never my own self. I was the helmets. The helmets everyone wore. That was me. That was Pandora. Please calm down. I can't calm down. You were still yourself in a helmet. But I was also everyone. I had everyone's data. Their names, their age, their social security number. Their social security number even. Gang, now we can all blackmail them. Well, too bad I don't remember mine. I had everything. That was nothing but memories and information. Oh, but if you do want my social security number, it's 1234 89761 2666 6969 420. I know it's a very long social security code, but I'm special. No, I'm not. Why do I keep doing this to myself? If you don't calm down, you'll erase yourself. So if we get so mentally overworked, we just off ourselves. Okay. Erase myself. I was going to erase myself? I can't stand this world anymore. Pulls the plug in herself. To be gone? After all this work, all this life, I would just be gone. Your top priority is leaving this place. I can't accompany you. I will be erased. The AI. You can still live if you play your cards right, but I won't exist anymore after we are done talking. That's right. I will die the cleanest death. But if you stay alive, you can oppose them. You already have allies. Allies? Me? Who? The ones you call Itine and Marco are your allies. They too want to stop the MTS. Please work with them. If you don't, then I will be erased for no reason. Well, I already trust Marco, but I need to think more about Itine. Trusted him from the very beginning. The animals you have with you, sorry, the humans, they aren't very cooperative in general. Yeah. It all comes back to like, I don't remember where I said it. Oh, it was in the Air Sunny files when we were talking about, that'd be a spoiler, but I was talking about the whole thing, like, basically humanity, almost similar to like Virtuous Reward, I can say that, was basically no one is gonna get along. No one's gonna get along. Like, for example, if the alien race comes down, and like, we're not gonna get along with the alien race quickly, because there's always gonna be a thing of distrust where we don't know their culture, we don't know how to think about them, we don't know how they think about us. It's all just a one big giant mess. It's like almost an entire war between different countries too. Like, early on when we like learned like transportation, with the world wars happened because religion and, well, I guess religion's the other thing, but fighting amongst other countries, all that. So unless we have some weird common ground, like we become an enemy, then we can strike, and then we can trust each other. Then we can go. If we can pinpoint who the common enemy is to everyone, and my mouth just cracked, my jaw. Okay, going over that. If we go over that, then if we figure out who the common enemy is and make it clear to everyone and give them reason to make sure that everyone hates them, we can just band together and go with that. But right now, we're still trying to build trust with everyone. Technically with everyone, except for you. Oh yeah, the whole line of logic thing. When we were thinking about the whole twins thing, every single time we got something deductions right, increased our thing with Ancora. I wonder how significant that is. I know the connection is there, but not the pieces to it. I have the puzzle pieces, but like glue to keep them together. The animals you have with you, sorry, the humans, they aren't very cooperative in general. They can all come out alive with this though. Where there's life, there's hope. Isn't that right? And I think that like one of those survivors preferred that hope. Thank you very much. And also, hope, despair, hope, despair. I opened Pandora's box. In the end, now there's hope. Irony at its finest. Well, if there's all the sins of this world, including these people, and we open all three boxes again, we have hope. And we personally Nico hope. This is gonna go well for Ancora. Or perhaps it's meant to be all along. This is the final time you and I will speak together. Aw, dang it. Wait, please. Tell me, what's my true name? Where am I? Error. I cannot answer those questions. You have to figure it out by yourself, I think. Please help these animals, humans, reach the conclusion. After that, you should be meeting with someone very important. The whole distinction between animals and humans. Because technically we're all animals at heart. The only reason, like, I guess the whole thing with we can classify ourselves as humans because we think we're better than other animals. Although based on like our own human science, basically there's no other technically animal like thinks the same way we do, like consciousness, self-realization, self-actualization, self-awareness, other things like that. Oh boy, I'm thinking back to other like video essays I've seen about like talking about humanity and stuff. I'm really into that kind of stuff and like storytelling in general. Guess is why I'm watching these, playing through these too. My favorite. That meaning will determine reality. To cast away fiction is to reveal the real deal. Fiction and reality. I love that theme so much. You have no idea. Truth and lies, real and fiction. Wait. I don't want you to go. We're like family, right? We just got acquainted real quick then. I have to go, sorry. Your body will be reacted in just a few minutes, but there's one more thing you have to see. Right now, everyone is ready in the secret room. Everyone's in the secret room. You are this close. Please escape for me and save everyone. Please escape and save him. Him? What do you mean him? What do you mean him? There's like 4 boys here. My first thoughts on video, but that seems weird. Maybe I'm gonna guess it's someone outside the cast. What do you mean him? Well, if it is someone outside the cast, then how are we supposed to know? Who is that person? Tell me! By then she had already disappeared. Our talk was over. And so was me's existence. Processing. Complete. Evaluating frequencies. Connection established. Smile and shine. Why am I here? Again, I'm having a vision of Ancora. The other lines. This time, it's happening during the second hacking session. But these events aren't happening right now, since I sent Ancora to her room earlier. Is this a vision from an alternate path? Yep. Or is it that I'm remembering things wrong? This reminded me of the Mandela effect. Oh boy. It struck me how the initials of that also made the word me. I figured it might have a link to all this. Already I'd seen outrageous things happen. Ancora spoke to herself, and I let her talk while I thought about what the Mandela effect might mean for my own predicament. In essence, we were both having separate strings of thought, together. So, The Mandela effect is named after Nelson Mandela, whose death has been erroneously believed to be in the 80s before, when in fact he lived until the end of 2013. The next year people were born! This belief was shared by others, and they were all labeled as inconsistencies. This led to others acknowledging it as a sign of changing timelines. Memories are information, and so it was as if that information was sent to another body. And that was why they didn't match up with reality. I'm not sure what link it has to what happened to me here, but I keep getting these visions from other timelines. For moments like that couldn't have happened. Are you getting a soul? Sleep of mind. You might go into a new body, but are you gaining a soul? Is that technically what a soul means in this game so far? Well, I'm just putting my own interpretation of body, mind, and soul on here. For moments that couldn't have happened, perhaps the Mighty World's interpretation was right. All I want is my sister. Where are you? Did they kill you? Where are you, Pandora? She closed her hands in fists. My thoughts were cut short when she mentioned my name. You weren't the 9th one, were you? Why'd you die there? Huh? Is she talking to me? Up. This impulse is another timeline entirely. I hate the name Pandora. I wanted to stop it. To stop all of it, what you were doing, but now I'm all alone. You're the strong one. I'm just the weakling. I'm the nice girl who doesn't know better. The one you kept in the dark while allowing all these people to do terrible things. When I found it out, the fact you were Pandora, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't enough. I tried though, but I didn't have the time. Why did this terrible thing happen? I guess there's no looking back. I should look forward. She inhaled after realizing she stopped breathing. Another vote is coming. I don't understand anything going on here, and I'm scared. But I'll try to live for you, sister. I'm not her sister. And Gore is a sister, but it's not me. I'm still confused as to where this is to. This is my school, but it's not my school. Thankfully, there's a map here so I can see. I go out to the map, looking at it intently as she imagined just what was wrong with it. The crossroads aren't just a tiny part like that, it's way bigger. Some of it was closed off, and now we only have access to about a third. And where the exits are is nothing. It's just a wall. It should look like this. But it looks like this. Why is it different? Very large school then. I just don't understand why someone would need to block most of the crossroads. The exits I understand. So if we had the hacking helmets in that, and I guess we can share like different, like we almost send information to Cora almost. Does that mean like I guess she already knew from the beginning about everything, about the people who are, just picked up the information from us, and like went along with pinpointing who to kill off in the votes, who to like throw about. I just don't understand why someone would need to block most of the crossroads. The exits I understand. This is leading me nowhere. I better get going for the vote. I was whisked away from the helmet when the frequencies changed again, back to reality. The lights were on the classroom when I woke up. All the revelations that came at me, one by one, like a rubber-fired machine gun, were taking their toll. I didn't know what to believe anymore. Several hours had passed already. I had missed everything, but I was back. My body was the body of a robot. It felt so real, though. I spent so much time watching my hands and touching my own skin, I didn't realize the video had left. It must have gone while I was unconscious. Unconscious? I didn't have consciousness. It was more like my exterior hardware was turned off. The body was turned off, but the programming inside the helmet continued. Ah, yes, I remember. Me said to go to the secret room where everyone was gathered. Or perhaps it was more like they were herded like animals. But I want more answers. There's something else. Something we didn't check. I approached the safe. This was the first room in the lot. The one I'd been in many times before. Inside, the me cards were gone, of course, but there was other stuff. Namely, it was the piece of paper with a fake with pigtails written on it. Assuming all the keys are an anagram for the letters in capital. Why are there 2 I's and 2 A's? If each letter is supposed to represent us, then pigtails would be Pandora, Nvidia, Gula, Tristia, and Cora, or Ivrita, Ira, Luxuria, and Sturbia. Is this note meant to out Ivrita Zatine? A is a fake accompanying us, so she's not a real participant, but the most likely reason was that the one in the A helmet, the Core helmet, was a fake. In AI. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Did the other rooms have this too? I left the room and the paper itself behind. Sure, the others were waiting on me, but they could wait, I thought. I had to make something clearer first. I opened the safe in the second room and looked at its contents. This is the room Arena Group was in. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a note in there? This one says E equals MC squared. Alright, I've already had to talk about that one. It's outing me as whatever the main character entails. Don't worry, main protagonist details. Main character. The only two other ones we have are technically well, we're only looking perspective, aren't we? Of both NVIDIA and also Encora. The main Cephalocell, whatever. I think I pronounced that right this time. I didn't think there was much more I could do with this one, so I left the room. I went back to the room I woke up in not too long ago, even though it had been hours already. Inside the safe was a piece of paper much like the others. On this one, the written words are Mid-Air Avionics. So the anagram of this is actually a real name? Nothing, there's no P, so not Penmill. I don't think that's like a real company's name. They're all anagrams or metaphors or something, or illusions. It stands that this one is too. I was glad I was an AI. I could calculate these anagrams far faster than anyone else could. Then, what could it be then? What is it then? I'm checking something real quick. Must say all those puzzles were relatively easy. Easy for you, but not easy for me, a lowly human. This anagram could stand for a few things. Wait, if you were a good computer just like going through every single combination all at once, why were there hints there? My friend gives me a robot hints to a puzzle which we should already know. Maybe just be cute and cheeky. Although at the very beginning it was... No, even now thinking, like, why hints? Why hints to the puzzles? I can literally imagine why everything else in this game makes sense. Literally, even like my gripes at the very beginning. I think those have been long cleared up. But the puzzles hints? In terms of story-wise. There's no real meaning for it so far. But in terms of gameplay mechanics, yeah, technically. The anagram could stand for a few things, but what made it most sense for was NVIDIA is Marco. Well, yeah. Fair enough. But what does this mean exactly? He's the person we're supposed to save? Why do we have no deduction room? Why us three? For some reason, the previous puzzle light cell resonated through my circuits. The puzzle had for answer 1, 2, 3 as it was counting up. Alongside Marco and Etine, I became the third mastermind in this game. I knew the traitor. So in this game of becoming a mastermind, we weren't the true mastermind, but still mastermind nonetheless. That's what I think about. I knew the traitor. But maybe there was no traitor. Then why give the whole thing of a traitor at all? This entire thing was just my programming. I was made to believe I was participating in my own volition, and everything had been organized by me. If I'm an AI, then that friend who helped me was probably him. Marco, that is, was also the boy who mentored Etine. This meant that Marco and Etine must have programmed me. But what about Etine? Wouldn't it have made much more sense if Marco and Etine programmed me? Their initials are making me. It's either that or me counted as one of my iterations in my current level of the second one. So many things. And so many things I can't process as a lowly human being instead of a robot. Am I supposed to become a third iteration of myself then? Me, myself, and I. Everything was more or less clear now. I still felt like something was amiss. I knew the who, I knew the what, but I didn't know anything else. But how are you, though? How are you? What's the motive? Where are we still? What's the point of it all? And I think, most importantly, when are we? It didn't make sense. Sir B was born in 2014, at least according to Etine. The girl was a teenager, so that means we'd be around 16, 19 years in the future after that point. I don't have a real age, unfortunately. Can't be much older, though. Okay, so 2014, I'm gonna assume, since teenager, I'm gonna go with easy answer, but I mean easy, the most thing to think about. So 2014 plus 18 It's 2032. Wow, I'll be completely gosh dang old then, won't I? Are we in the early 2030s then? According to my calculations. My calculations as a human. Considering the technology used, it's not a surprise if that's the case. I don't know if I'd like that idea though. It's illogical, but it doesn't feel like we're in the 30s. Well, we don't want to know what the 30s look like, then how are you supposed to know if we're in the 30s or not? A flash illumination hit me. This must be when Epiphany was. I think I have this backwards. It's not that Serbia was born in 2014 and matured to her late teens. It's that Serbia was born in 2014, and that's it. I'm also there. I am also born in 2014. I'm an AI, not a human, so the time I was born in isn't relevant for my growth. I didn't get older. What if Serbia was an AI too? Then we'd be in 2014. Something when time told me makes sense. The flash illumination. The epiphanies were coming in one after the other. The code that opens the box. Just like that one puzzle, it's a date format. 2014, November 19th. Oh. 2014, 1411 and 19. That's how you structured it when you're like thinking, like looking at it this way, it almost seems like then cut away. Is that really today's date? I thought about it over and over, but I couldn't be sure. I'm assuming time's almost up. I needed to go meet with the others now. Hey, Serbia, we're long-lost sisters! Wait. That doesn't make sense with Ira, then. And also rich family. Still, I don't believe that, really. There's so much to explain. I didn't know if they trusted me. Trust in the literal sense. No, not much. Trust in the TV relays with a smaller monitor's way. Well, television, relay, something small terminal. Oh, I forgot immediately. They didn't follow the same trip that I did. I was at a whole other level than humanity. Robot-manity. I recall Marco saying something like that a while back. Something about that a while back. I left the room and walked towards the second room. Oh boy. So I guess, here we go. According to me, it was unlocked and everyone was there. It seemed I made no error in sending them to their respective rooms. I'm so smart. Then out of nowhere, I passed out again. Oh boy. Now I knew why. Those moments where the times in Core was hacking into other helmets, quote unquote. Was it always programmed to do that? No matter what, my AI would transfer from one helmet to another on this designated time, and I witnessed a later event. I really was just a toy for Italian and Marco. Well, technically, as the audience, we're being pulled along this story as well, so finger guns. Oh yeah, there's this one. I think I remember this one. This is the other way, right? The luxurious dead. Is this when is this going to where technically where quote unquote Ira is supposed to be dead? Then he comes back and he's back alive like that. Smile and shine. Hello? Can you see me or hear me? And Corey get no response. This is from the third hacking session. It was the one that led to the me cards being duplicated. But once again, this couldn't have happened in this timeline. Why am I getting these visions? And Corey was alone in a classroom and Tyne had walked in. This must have happened during the very short shutdown. Whoa. I have very little time, so I'll make this as concise as I can. When you wake up, you will find yourself in the secret room. Take the elevator and come to the white chamber. There will be 8 seats laid out in an octagonal pattern. 8 seats. In the middle will be something else. That room will be your final destination. After you solve the puzzle there, you will be free to go along with all of my emptiness. This is Itine, right? Why is she giving me all these directives? Most importantly, how? I understand this is happening in a possible time, but that doesn't explain what she knows or what she's saying. Instead, it's only giving me more questions. When you wake up, you'll have no memory of this monologue. It's been set to auto-delete itself from your memory, except for my final command. Also, you may need this knowledge, so I'll let you know now. Missing things you may look for in the future are hidden. In the future. Have you found any alternative solutions yet? This has nothing to do with your final deduction room, however. This one isn't for me, but for you. If you find all of them, you'll witness something interesting. Once everything else is over. Now go and open the door to the end of the time. Our true enemy. I'll be waiting, and so will he be. My vision cut off. If frequency switching was what caused interruption, I thought the real reason why all this was happening was... I really was switching, huh? This is all giving some very strange implications. This had been nagging at me since the start too, but why name it the Crossroads? Because we're crossing through time on different roads of life. That might explain why some of this place doesn't match with my memories. This is what I remember the plans being. This is the wing A that we were exploring this whole time, along with the Crossroads. What if that name was more than a vague memory from their time at the school? What if it actually was a crossroads? Then that means the crossroads were, in fact, not the upper right extremity, but the middle, which means the actual plans would be like... this. So there was a game before this. Could the first game actually be in that location too? Maybe. I doubt it. This is the whole school we're in now, and every time I come to Encore's helmet, I'm actually just viewing what a second group has been up to all this time. Every time. Have there always been two groups? The notion of switching timelines and having visions from others is ridiculous. This is the only thing that makes sense. So basically everyone here is a goddamn twin? A real Weber and Itine, Mark and Marco. So everyone who's done a crime and got into my emptiness had a twin too? How coincidental. I remember some things happening that shouldn't have happened, like someone dying and then they were alive again. And Vidya, when he disappeared, he really was going to the first group. This one. What does that mean? Wait, so the reason why he vanished for a time was, he was going to the other one where Luxuria was, technically? That's weird. What does that mean? I need to get to the bottom of this. I'll wake up, solve whatever puzzle awaits me, and get some answers, or else... I didn't know how I arrived here, but here I was. Returning my senses without any fanfare, I knew what I had to do. I was in the secret room. The door was open and everything was functional, as though someone had ushered in my coming. I finally took the elevator. The sounds accompanying me was haunted by the slow screeching of machinery lifting me up. I was a robot, so it was heavy. The machine was having problems carrying me. I arrived in the room, expecting everyone to be annoyed at how there was nothing to do. I found them in a very different position altogether. Everyone was sitting in the chairs. Everyone was bound to them, even Irene and Vidya, those suspected the most. None of them moved or did anything. Wait, oh my god. So the reason why he went so gosh dang missing was because this elevator actually leads up to a floor above the school. Then that Marco went to the other side of the school of a different wing entirely, then dropped down, walked right into a room, and gave us a goddamn philosophical pep talk of us being a gosh dang robot. And here we are. That means basically every single twin involved has died at some point, hasn't it? Well, I guess the canonical routes. What even is the canonical route anyway? Like who's dead, who's alive, all that sort of thing. Everyone is trusted.